Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to display QR codes in your Microsoft Access forms. Ever since I released my first barcode video a couple days ago, I've gotten tons of emails and comments from people asking if it's possible to do QR codes with Microsoft Access. And of course, I got one from a Platinum member, so it's time for a video. Anna from Madison, Wisconsin writes, I watched your previous videos on scanning and printing barcodes. They've been very helpful for my business. Thank you very much. You're welcome very much. I would love to be able to print employee badges with QR codes on them containing their employee ID, first and last names, and some other information. Is this possible with Microsoft Access? Well, Anna, as we talked about in the last two videos, typical barcodes are 1D barcodes, and they look like that, and they're good for things like inventory and products, but you really can't put too much information on them. That code right there has got, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, so and it's relatively big. QR codes are a type of 2D code that can contain a lot more information. Like you said, an employee's ID, first name, last name, maybe their access level, whatever. You can put a bunch of information in a QR code. The problems with QR codes and Microsoft Access specifically, first, there's no simple font you can install. Right? Doing code 39 was really easy. All we had to do was insert a barcode font, install it in Windows, and then put asterisks around whatever number we wanted to use, and boom, there you go. There's your barcode. All right, you can't do that with a QR code or pretty much any other 2D code. Now, there is a QR code add-in that you can use for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You just go up into Insert and then Add-ins, get add-ins, and then they've got a couple QR code ones in there. There is no such add-in for Access. Why Access always gets treated like the redheaded stepchild, I don't know. They don't always give the same love to Access that the other apps get. Probably because about 1% of the people use Access that use Excel and Word. But there's no Microsoft add-in for it. Some of the third-party add-ins that I've seen that are in the Microsoft Store, also, you can't put those into Access. Now, in my research, I did find a couple of third-party Access add-ins that you can get. You can install either an add-in to Access, or you can install, they've got tons of source code you can implement. And they cost at least $100. One was like $299. And if you want to invest that much money into it, great. That's fine. I haven't tried any of those solutions, so I don't know how good or bad they work. But, they're selling them, so they must work. And yes, you could write code to do QR codes yourself, but I wouldn't even want to attempt that, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure I could, but no. There's already solutions available. I would not want to invest the time into developing. Why reinvent the wheel, right? So, what's my solution? I've come up with a free solution that you can use with Access to display QR codes in your forms. And it's going to use the Google Charts API. All right, it's basically, we'll install a WebBrowser Control in our form, and then tell the WebBrowser Control to go to Google Charts and generate a QR code. So first, let me show you how the WebBrowser Control works. I've got a whole separate lesson on the WebBrowser Control. I'll put a link down in the links section down below. Go watch that if you've never used the WebBrowser Control before. But it's real simple. I'll show you how to use it. Then once we do that, I'll show you Google Charts and how to use their API. And then we'll put the two of them together. Actually, I lied. Let's take a look at the Google Chart API first. All right, so here's my website, right? Go to, it's developers.google.com/chart is where you can find more information on Google Charts. And this is basically an API that lets you display charts live in any website that you want to. So if you want to include, bar charts or pie charts or QR codes in your website, you can. But you can also use them to pull information down from the web. So for example, here's their chart API. Okay, there's a QR code. All right, here's the URL for it right there. I'll put a copy of this URL down below in the notes for you. Okay. Basically, it's chart.googleapis.com/chart, and then question mark, and here's your parameters. All right. CHL is the chart label. So this QR code, if I scanned it right now with my phone, it would come up with 599cd.com. Okay? I could very easily put Richard Rost in there. Okay? And yeah, Access. The web browser will convert a space into that %20. That's normal. Okay, so now this QR code says Richard Rost. You can put whatever you want in here for the chart label within reason. Then you've got the chart size, which is 200 by 200. That's the size in pixels that you want. You can set that to whatever you want to. All right, and then CHT is the chart type. It's a QR code. You can do bar charts, line charts, all kinds of crazy stuff. And this is all awesomely documented on Google's website under QR codes. There's all kinds of different parameters and things you can do. And I'm not going to go over all of this today. I might do a full lesson on QR codes at some point in the future. But today we're just going to show you how to get this and display it in your Access database using the web browser control. So really all we need to do is take this, modify that guy, and have the web browser go there. Right? Seems easy enough. Let's see how the web browser control works. Okay, here I am inside my Tech Help free template. This is a free download from my website if you want to go grab yourself a copy. If not, no big deal. But in my customer form, let's say I want to put a nice QR code right here. All right, we can use the web browser control for that. Let's see how the web browser control works. Go to Design View. Now, for the purposes of class, we don't need any of this stuff here. Let's just delete all that stuff. All right, we're going to put a QR code right there. So go up to your Design. In the control box, find this guy. It's the web browser control. Now, this was new. They added a new version of this. I want to say Access 2016. Was that in 2016 or 2013? They added a new version of the web browser control. There is an older web browser control that's still in here. You have to go into the ActiveX control to find it. But this new guy works a whole lot better than the old guy. And yeah, I've got lessons in my old Access 2013 class that show how to use the old version. But this new version is easy. So basically, existing web page, or you can use the hyperlink builder if you want to. Okay, whichever you prefer. So just type in an address, https://599cd.com. All right, and then hit OK. And that's what it looks like there. Now that's important to remember. That's the control source. It's got to be equals and then the URL in quotes. That's important. Okay. See, equals that. You can't just put https://599cd.com in the control source. You have to put it equals and then inside of quotes. Very important. Remember that. We're going to call this WebB. Okay, that's my WebB control. I don't like WebBrowser 36 or whatever they had. All right, so close that. Close that. All right, open up the customer form, and boom. Takes a second, and it loads up my web page. But I don't want to see my web page. I want this to go out to Google API with that URL that I showed you a second ago and generate a QR code based on, let's say, just the customer's ID, first name, and last name. Okay? So let's open up the properties here. We're going to change this URL. Now, what do we want to make it? Let's grab that code we had before. Come back here. All right, I copied it to my clipboard, so paste that in. Okay, that's the full URL that I had before with Google Charts. Okay, let me zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. I'm going to hit the Shift F2, zoom in. There we go. All right, now instead of 599cd.com, I want to put, let's just do first name and last name. So close that, ampersand, first name, and a space, and last name. Just like that. Okay, and this is called string concatenation. If you've never done string concatenation before, go watch my concatenation video. I'll put a link down below in the link section. All right, hit OK, and then we're going to save this, and then open it back up again, and look, there's my QR code. Look at that, isn't that neat? And you're gonna want to resize this, obviously, so it fits. There's going to be a little bit of a border around it. You can change border settings and all kinds of stuff later to make it look cool. Or you can make the QR code bigger or smaller, right, based on those settings in there. It's 200 by 200 right now. All right, get it looking however you want it to look, and there you go. Yeah, see, you can turn scroll bars off. There's all kinds of settings in here you can do. Let's see, what's under Format? Scroll bars visible, no. Right, you could change the margins. Or padding, excuse me. Just go 0. All right, save that. Now let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit better. You can get it exactly in there. I'm not going to take the time right now. But watch, when I go from record to record, look, there's a different code. There's a different code. There's a different code. See, and you can use whatever, pretty much whatever data you want in here inside that QR code. Want to throw their ID in there? That's not a big deal. Right, Design View. Come in here. Edit this guy. Go to Data. Right. Put it right here maybe. Right, Customer ID and a space. And. All right, now it's going to be a slightly different QR code. You could throw their address in there, whatever you want. There you go. See? And yes, I just tested it with my QR code scanner that I have on my phone. I think I mentioned it in the first video on barcode scanning, which one I use. And it works. So there you go, people. That's how you do QR codes in Microsoft Access. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks with doing it this way. Problem number one is this will make a call out to Google API every time you open up that customer record. Okay, so you have to have web access. And if you're doing thousands of lookups every day, right now Google says on their website that there's no limit. But if they see you using it really super heavily, like if you got a network with a whole ton of people on it and you're looking up records left and right, you might want to put it on a separate form, not your main customer form like I did. Say, hey, go get this customer's QR code, and it'll show up there if it's requested. Okay. Second problem is it won't work offline. Okay. And you cannot use this method in reports. All right. You cannot put the WebBrowser Control into reports, and you cannot even print preview a form. So this is pretty much an on-screen solution. If you want the QR code, that's how you can get it. It'll display it in the Access form. I do have a solution, though, a way that you can print the QR code out in like a name badge. And what's my solution? Well, the solution is to have Access download that QR code to a local folder, right? The URL returns a PNG, a portable network graphic, an image file. It's like a JPEG or a GIF. It's just a different format. Okay? So what we do is we tell the web browser, hey, grab that image and save it locally on the hard drive. Okay? This will reduce calls to Google because then in the future, we just check to see if that QR code exists. We don't have to keep looking it up every single time. It will work offline. So if your internet's down, for example, you can still generate or print out the QR codes that you have. Okay? And if you have it saved as an image locally, it can be printed in reports, which is the important part because then you can make the name badges and stuff that you want to make. I will cover how to do all of this in the extended cut for members. Want to learn more about QR codes? Now, in the extended cut, I'm going to show you how you can download that QR code right from Google's website and save it as a file on your local drive. Once it's saved as a file, you can then display that instead of having to go out to the web every time to get it and generate it. Plus, once it's saved as a local file, we can treat it as an image, and then we can put that image in our reports so we can print out things like name badges. That's all covered in the extended cut for members. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. How do you become a member? Click the join button below the video. After you click the join button, you'll see a list of all the different types of membership levels that are available. Silver members and up will get access to all of the extended cut tech help videos, live video and chat sessions, and more. Gold members get access to a download folder containing all the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus access to my full beginner courses and some of my expert courses. These are the full-length courses found on my website and not just for Access. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, ASP, and lots more. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to post any comments that you have. I do read them all. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Click on the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of building databases with Access. It's over 3 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. And it's also free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and you can send me your question there. Click here to watch my free Access Beginner Level 1 course, more of my Tech Help videos, or to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video from accesslearningzone.com.